get?
That's not what I meant.
Supposed to be disadvantage, though. Fuck.
Unused.
But it's still a 13 for you.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Kane, let's see. Control. Click. Better than Nim.
Okay. So everybody makes it across the bridge in a relatively quiet way. I think that you guys now have the ability. There's really only, unless somebody wants to take a lava bath, and I'm going to highly recommend you don't, unless you're totally fire retardant. The doorway is the only thing that's left to go and check out. If you want to send somebody up there first, I'm going to assume probably obscurity to give it like a listen and figure out, totally fine. But I'm going to say that as you guys get closer to the door, I'm going to require more stealth checks because there's a chance that if there's anything behind the door, it could hear you. So what would you like to do?
I would like to listen to the door.
Okay, just give me another stealth check. And I'm hoping you're going to roll 2 ones.
Oh, you're a dick, Tom.
Mojo!
Hold on. You cast Pass Without a Trace on yourself as well, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah.
So listen, you that's a 28. That's really good. So like, come on, calm down. You get to the door, and there's a couple things that you realize when you get to the door. The first is the door itself feels cooler than everything else that's going on in this room, as if like the other side of this room is a respite from the heat of the chamber that you're in right now. The second is you can hear voices talking on the other side, like several voices talking.
Can I try to discern what those voices sound like? Do they sound like they're cool, calm, and collected? Do they sound like they're freaking out a little bit? They're intense? Like, what's the speed of their, like, what's the tone? What's the speed? What's the cadence? Do they seem like they're like just kicking back, smoking some cigars, drinking some scotch?
So it sounds like some of the voices are like ba 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 ba, and then there's someone's like and someone's like I'm fucking
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like a war council.
It sounds like something.
There's some intense conversation happening.
It sounded like some mediocre conversations to begin with. I just threw a lot in. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know that guy.
There's definitely one. There's definitely at least one.
There's always one. Okay. Well, so I noticed 5 or 6 different voices in there. Is that accurate? That I heard?
I would say you heard several.
Okay, so 7 or more.
It doesn't sound like an army, but it doesn't sound like a few.
All right. I use the hand gestures we've been working on and practicing, and I let my party know from afar, using sign language that we've created, that there are probably at least 7 males in there having conversation.
Yeah, I bet that's what they're having.
Considering that they're males, I think conversation is the best option you can think of.
Yeah.
Whatever floats their lava boat.
Exactly. Because I did not make you do it, I'll also ask you to give me a perception check.
Rolling like dog shit today.
With the 12, that's basically what you got.
Dog shit?
Dog shit. I don't know. I feel like I want to use my inspiration for this. um, oh.
Don't you just have the one? Didn't you
Yes, I
just get
do.
the one back?
I just got it. Like, I literally use it as soon as I get it. Okay. No, I won't use it. You made me think better of it, Jonas. Okay. That's it. That's what I get. That's what you guys got.
All right, so
And I'm also gonna, remind them to be quiet. Non-verbally, with my hand gestures.
Guys, don't forget, be quiet too.
Yeah.
everything.
Don't be coming up here, stompy stomp all the way up here like an asshole. Okay, you're gonna give us away.
It's all silent until
We
that.
sneak up, and Obscurity's just like, oh, they fucking knew it. I told you guys. Unwilling to listen to the fact that it might be her fault.
On the other side of the door.
Exactly. These fucking assholes.
I just told you to be quiet. We've not moved.
And that's when we rolled for initiative.
Right.
I mean, I think this is great. I want to see how this plays out, but I also think that that's probably not what happened. So, what does the party want to do? Knowing that if you want to try to move up next to Obscurity, I'm going to require a stealth check. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. For those of you that stayed by the bridge, so Torrent, Sabenis, and Mirajor, it would probably take a double move to get up there.
I'll give it a shot.
Remember that you have plus 10 to your roll because you're still under the effects of Pass Without a Trace.
You've seen my rolls. You know it's not going to help.
My rolls.
Yeah. A plus 10 better help.
I would, well,
29.
No, never mind. They saw you.
My rolls suck. My rolls are the worst. 29. Okay, yep. You lightly rabbit your way up.
I'm a rabbit, bitch.
And they hear that. What's everybody else doing?
Not going first.
I think
if anyone's gonna give us away, it's gonna be Kane or I. So
fair. I guess like, does anybody else want to try and position themselves anywhere besides where they are before whatever's going to happen happens?
I try to move up as well.
Remember, you have a plus 10. I'm going to roll for Torrent because I'm going to move her as well. That's a 19. That's pretty good. Okay. I rolled a 10 for Torrent. Well, plus her Bennett, plus her bonies, puts her up into like the mid 20s. So 5, 10, 15, 20. She's going to move up here. She's also going to use her sign language that everybody apparently knows now, that to ask if anybody needs anything. Just as a reminder, she does have magic weapon if anybody wants a weapon that's a +1. If they don't have it, however, that is a 2nd level spell that she could use for something else, but I will put that out there if anybody is interested in it.
I don't know if anyone needs that, but
I actually have it too.
It probably makes sense to make her like hold off because she could drop either a prayer of healing, which is like a mass heal, or a spiritual weapon. She does have 2 spell slots left, so
yeah. All right.
Magic weapon as well.
Should I move up?
I mean, you're kind of a caster and a melee combat person, so that's up to you. She would, I do think that what she would do is offer you, because you're going to walk by her right now, a Divine Favor. And Divine Favor is a pretty cool spell that I don't think we've seen yet, that she will give you a prayer that gives you Divine Radiance, which you kind of already had, but until the spell ends, which she can concentrate on it up to a minute. Your weapon attacks will deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage.
So that's not going to me.
It's going to
That'll be
Moruck's going right in the front.
that'll be probably Kane.
Okay, if Kane wants to move up, or she can, it's a bonus action, so she can hold that to drop it as you go by, because everybody will move at the same time. But I wanted to remind people that she had that, because it's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get that on. Kane does. Ooh, all right. Who has some flames? We've got to have some. We've got Firebolt on Moruck. We've got.
Torrent has Sacred Flame.
I have Fireball.
I was gonna say. Well, that's a little bit.
Obscurity opens the door.
I mean,
aim it on the door and just blast everybody. Okay.
I mean, you could throw that in, expecting to have it go in 20 feet, and then we'll have Kane just on the edge of the 20 feet, holding his sword out, so that it can be lit by the fireball. If that's what you're proposing. I'm down.
Hold her lantern up as well, if she's got her lantern staff that she wants to use.
Is there something? Do you have something like that?
I do have a. I have a staff.
Yeah, she's got a staff with a lantern on it that when it's lit does an additional fire damage. But it doesn't need to be lit by a fireball.
Kane is going to be going in here doing ridiculous damage. All right, so I'm going to have him stealth up. He's going to get blessed by Torrent on the way. If he could get his sword lit by your quarterstaff, it looks like Twilight. Mm-hmm. And then, so now he's doing an extra D8, a D4, and a D6.
Oh. Can I give him a Bardic Inspiration on the way up as a bonus action?
I mean...
That way he has a little bit of...
He's got a little more.
I mean, yeah. Like, let's power him up. Let's go. He is the chosen one, after all.
So I think that it sounds like everybody has stealthed into the position they're going to be in before you guys start taking like an action of some sort, right? That sounds right.
Yes.
I mean, I'm definitely not moving any further before I take an action.
Rolls at 23.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to make one more check.
Keen is
Those guys
powered
are
up right now.
Pretty intensely to each other. I don't think they would be hearing us so stealthily out here.
As you can give me one more perception check, obscurity, and then tell me what you're gonna do.
You got it. What do you mean? What I'm gonna do? I gotta do something first.
Well, no, I'm sorry. Just what do you do after you get this perception check?
Well, it depends. I don't fucking perceive shit.
Okay, all right. You hear like the same like, blah, 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 and then all of a sudden you hear somebody else is like, and then the argument is still happening too. So
They're arguing.
It's go time. What are you doing?
Are they speaking jive? Because I understand jive.
Give me a perception check.
Is that one of the languages?
Yeah, it's in the new 2024 errata.
Yeah,
it's an orc dialect, and you realize that they're speaking orc, but it's Jork, which is jive orc.
You're a jork.
Still have it.
Wait, do they accept Yad's flute?
Happy Jorkish Day.
Once you go orc, you never go. Well, yeah, okay.
Orc.
That orc too.
York.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
So who's opening this door? I say with my hand gestures.
Who's opening the door? Oh, ho, ho. Jork, 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 jork. On the other side.
She quietly screamed with her hands.
Right. Intense hand gestures.
I mean, if you've ever seen anyone do sign language who is deaf, which I generally haven't, but I've seen shows, and like they get into it, like, ah, and it's like, yeah, that's fair,
On TV.
right? So that means it's true.
What we can do if we want, I do have hypnotic pattern that if someone I can prep. If someone opens the door, I can just drop a hypnotic pattern in there and try to lock them all down.
That's cool. That's cool. I did it.
Although I do want to get Nim up there. I mean, what are the chances that it's really bad? High? Agreed.
Yeah.
All right.
How about you don't start like a more than a full movement away, Nim?
I mean, that's the thing is, I can move up, but if I'm activating this fight,
Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
I said to be quiet. I couldn't hear you.
I was making so much noise.
You kept doing this shit with your hands.
I wonder if
That's-
they would have blocked this door. I wonder if this door is unlocked. Can I silently attempt to see if the door is even openable? What kind
Openable?
of handle do we have here? Is it like a knob? Is it like a handle? Is it like a latch?
It looks
I'm
like
going
a
for it
handle
with guidance.
like a thumb depressor. You know, like classic,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
push down.
My
Okay.
front
You
door.
can,
Yeah.
and then push the door inwards.
Okay.
However, I will tell you that the check
20.
for door openability is going to be a sleight of hand.
Ooh, that's me. I could do that. Hold on.
So what was the total? 20?
What do you
Yep.
mean?
Okay. No,
For-
as you're doing this,
for-
Nim
for
is running
stealth.
up behind you, or I'm sorry, moving up behind you.
Gotcha.
And as that happens, and you're testing the door,
Plus
you
10.
guys, you hear.
What?
And what do you get on your roll?
Don't jork this up.
Me? What do I got?
Yeah.
If I roll low on this one, I'm 100% using my inspiration.
So did it sound like they were reacting to hearing me?
That's exactly what it sounded. It sounded like the other half of the room was believing the first half of the room that reacted when Kane came up.
Ah,
And so with
Son
a
of a
17,
bitch.
with a 17, you realize that the door is not locked. But before we roll initiative, it is up to you to decide if you want to push that door open
I'm flinging
or if
it
you want to
open.
wait. All right, you're just gonna kick it open and not know who gets to go first?
Oh.
Ooh. Can I just
Well,
shoot
once-
fireball?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Once they get it. Ooh. If you want to, we can toss the fireball, and then I'll toss a hypnotic pattern on whatever team survives.
Ooh.
Yes, but we can only do that on our turn, on our initiative. So,
Well, if we have a
So it-
surprise round.
Well, so it's no
Yeah.
surprise anymore. The sound effects have
Right.
triggered their awareness.
yeah, they are aware we're here.
Good job, Kevin.
Well, no, it was
I
Kane.
told you.
Kane did it first and got half the room aware.
So
And
wait,
then
And,
that was-
and who's running Kane?
hold on. That they were heard. So Nim and Kane were heard even with their plus 10 pass without a trace.
So Kane rolled a total of, it was either a 19 or a 20.
23.
23. Wait a minute. I take that back then. I'm sorry. Because I thought that the Kane's total was a 20 or a 19 or a 20.
I do not take back the blame for Kevin.
For Ezekiel Kane, there was a 17 and a 13. So that made a 23. Okay. And hang on. Let me just double check one thing. Because you guys may get your stealth out of this yet. Hold on. Their perception is
44.
No, but
Right? That's what it feels
they're-
like.
they're what is perception based off of? I have a passive perception on them, but what's perception
Wisdom.
based off of? Wisdom? Okay, nope, they don't notice. So I rolled a nat
Don't notice
20.
Kane.
I rolled a nat 20 to hear Kane, but but they have a -1 to that, so it's
Okay.
a 19. And so even factoring like a little positive negative to it, I'm going to say that half the room was kind of like, "Whoa," which is what you heard. But as far as I did not roll a secondary check, so the other half of the room is not aware. I'm going to move that stuff back to where it was, because they're not aware. And so you guys can get a surprise round right now if you want. So that means
Beautiful.
No,
remember opening. Oh wait, what?
I don't think we want that.
Oh,
That's-
okay.
that
In
sounds
case,
like
I'll put everybody
cheating.
back where I just did that. So okay.
Well,
No,
they're
so
watching
my
the
apology. I thought I didn't realize that it went up to a 23. I thought that you had rolled a 19. That's why when I rolled a 20, I was like, "Ooh, heard him." So
They're watching the orcish version of The Notebook, and they're all crying. That's why they cannot see it.
I wish I had a mailbox.
I'm not crying. You're
Okay.
I peed
So
on
does-
my face.
Does everybody know what they're going to be doing right now?
Yep. As far as I know, you're popping the door, somebody's tossing a fireball, and I'm doing hypnotic pattern for whatever survives.
And
Obscurity. Opening a door though is an action.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's all I'm doing.
You
that
just,
is
and then you're just
my-
gonna stand in the way, throw your shoulders out.
Well, I can like move diagonally.
Oh
if
yeah,
I
no,
want to.
absolutely.
I would just definitely be out of the way. Or because hypnotic pattern can affect me too. I think, right? And fireball could definitely affect me. So I don't want to get hit by that.
Yeah, but
Um,
if it's a unless that far wall is like right in front of the door, then I can put it against that far wall.
Okay. And our spellcasters. So I'm looking at Morok and I'm looking at Sylvanas, and Torrent, and Nim. Who's dropping the fireball?
I can.
Okay, so you're dropping the
Well,
fireball.
Savannis was the one who said he was gonna, but if we throw out a
Okay.
fireball, and then I don't know if Morok has a fireball, or if just double fireball, just engulf the room and end the fight before we start.
Like
Yeah.
I'm incredibly
Why not?
interested to see how this goes right now.
And then me and
The
Kane will
only
clean up
issue
room.
I'm having is the whole lava and the fire dimension portal, and the fact that there's gonna be fire elementals or some bullshit over there.
As you
wanna
guys are all
do another
figuring.
type of elemental damage then?
Oh no, I'm just worried that there might be, but I'm down with throwing fireballs in there.
I'm just saying, like, Sylvanas could do a fireball and you could do something else that isn't fire, just to, like, hedge bets.
Ice, one could say.
Yeah, fire and ice.
Eyesight.
Some GOT here.
I mean, I'm eventually gonna be casting one of the two spells that I cast, so
Get ready.
You're back.
right.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mola,
either
what are you doing?
Moonbeam or Spiritual Guardians, so
Yeah.
All right. So Kevin, just to be clear, when you rolled your stealth check, your total was a 20 because of inspiration or a guidance or whatever it was.
yes.
Would have been plus
Okay.
10. Wait a minute. What do you mean? Oh.
So he
It's-
rolled a 6
Is he,
plus
at,
10,
is he at
16.
disadvantage? Are you at disadvantage?
Yes.
Yeah. 'cause of
Yes.
his armor.
What the fuck is that
Yes.
about, bro?
Armor.
Okay, wait. You're very quick and very quiet. Nim is not those things. So
That's why we work well together.
Yeah, but I
partnership.
Mm-hmm.
Why we work alone?
That's why you
We
have
pick-
your half of the room.
pick up
and I
each
have
other's
my
slack.
half of the room.
slack.
My slack.
Yeah, but
Right.
does there have to be so much slack?
All right, so everybody's good. We're gonna open the door and get this going.
No. Because
No, but
Jesus.
Mike, we want you to play.
TJ
Yeah.
has not yet spoken.
Okay.
So
He just
I
said yeah.
Really
He's probably.
What are you talking about? He just said yeah.
Oh man, the fact that this is all in sign language is amazing.
I know. That's why it was important for us to develop this, okay?
Yeah, well, I mean, in that case, it's just like Morak hasn't said anything, and Nim being in between said no one said anything. That's the whole point of this.
Right.
You just start arguing.
That's not what I mean. Yeah, but it's what you said. Signed. Sorry.
I didn't say it. You signed it.
I could just see a comic relief moment here. Firebolt. I said fireball. No, you used the pinky finger. That's bolt.
So you're throwing
Wait,
in a
ring
fireball
and pinky.
Yeah, I will throw in a fireball, which means every creature in there is going to need to do a Dex 16.
Alright.
No, you don't know how big the room is, so you're gonna have to pick where it goes, and then you can say that.
No, everything in there.
I'm
Just-
casting
just
maximize,
whatever.
maximize fireball. Okay.
Right.
I mean, I can change my fireball to ice if you want to do that. I can throw a snowball in there.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Any metal instantly breaks.
Okay. All right. Now I feel.
So we're gonna
all
call
ready.
this the Ben Gay approach.
Fire nice.
Oh, great. So now they're gonna feel better and smell weird.
Not if it's in
Everyone
the
will feel
trap.
They're gonna be like, "Oh, I smell like your grandpa, but my back's feeling better."
Yeah.
Is this what cryotherapy is? It's been all the rage. Okay.
You know what? We're not even bad guys anymore. We're gonna open up a physical therapy.
Yeah, physical therapy office. This is really
Sequin PT.
Okay, so I'm gonna bust the door open. Bust it open, and then I'll just move to the side so that everybody has good visual. Boom. Oops, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, in that case.
Not that part of the side. Right there.
I'll sidestep as well, just so that we don't have to deal with that.
All right. So I'm gonna
Get up
open the
here,
door.
maybe.
Get on the floor. Everybody wants that dinosaur.
We already did, Chult.
All right.
I can't see shit.
Hold on. I know. I gotta show you a bunch of stuff now.
I can't see anything.
There. Boom. Layer. Boom. Layer.
With every boom, nothing is happening. Just so you know.
All right, I
In
switched
our-
up.
There's
Yeah. No. There's a lot of people in here. You should see.
so
yeah.
Tom, there's this is the visual that we get on the top,
Yep.
and then this is what we get on the bottom.
Okay. Maybe I
That's-
didn't
that's-
move the light the doorway out of the way enough. Sorry. So hold on.
I see 1.5 orcs.
I see
Right. There's
One
these
or
two.
two
halves
halves
of
of
an
an orc.
Yeah.
So the door is fully open. So it just may be where you're standing that provides
Yeah.
you that lack of view.
Yep.
So you should see. Let me do this. You guys should see that there is a group of orcs around a table. That these guys look relatively surprised. They also were arguing. There is an orc that some might see that's all the way over here, and then there is a series of orcs down here as well.
All right.
There is a doorway here. There's a doorway here, and a big stone demonic mouth carved into the wall right there.
Nice.
That its mouth is so dark you cannot see through. Also,
Right.
it feels much more comfortable in the room.
So I'm going to fire it right there.
An F ball,
For an F ball, yeah.
and that should incorporate both the dude in the other room and those 4 guys.
Correct.
And then you're gonna
20.
need a Dex save.
Dex 16 save.
Dex 16 save. All right, what do we got for these guys? All right. Let's see. That's a failure. That's a failure.
Does
Well, that's
this
going to
work?
be bad, because
Well,
I
hold
also
on.
passed it at
Hold-
level 4.
Hold on. That's a pass. And I got one more. That's a
Right
failure.
about there,
All right,
Eric,
so
or
what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go left to right. So
Yeah,
so
like maybe be
So
here.
basically, failure. Nice work, thank you. So the guy that's in the other room, failure. Second guy on the top, failure. The guy closest to you on the top, pass. Bottom row, pass. Last guy, failure. So what do we got for damage?
All right, so that's 9d6.
You're gonna roll a bunch of ones. Go ahead, do it.
Do advanced roller. You
Luckily,
say
they have 8 hit points.
Apparently, they didn't take a short rest like we should have.
or get a bunch of 6s.
Ooh.
Wow. Wow.
Holy!
I think I gave
told
you guys
man.
too
Good
many
thing you rolled
goddamn
that
levels
8
already.
earlier.
So
Okay.
That'll do, Pig. That'll do.
failures get half that.
Okay. So yeah, man. Let's just run through this. This guy in the other room. He's dead. This guy that's right here. This guy is dead. This guy that's right here. He is dead. And Jesus Christ. What? And then these two guys, they are still alive because what is it? 15, 18 points of damage?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like this rocks them, but they're not dead.
I'm not quite dead. No,
Don't worry, they're about to feel really good. As the second part of the 2-part therapy is applied.
Right.
I move out of the way to allow Dr. Morok Doctor.
Doctor.
You know what they say, the
PT
first
sucks
course
the first day, right?
first course is always the worst.
Yeah, exactly.
Once you get past that,
Right.
Smooth sailing.
Once you survive that,
Yeah.
Morok comes in. Morok's casting a fire snowball. Is that what's happening right now? Or is he
Changing
dropping a
it to-
fireball?
Changing it to ice.
Okay. And it's going on the same spot?
Yeah.
Oh, the same spot.
Well, actually, you know what? Here's the thing. I just realized something about these dudes. It looks like they should all drop, except for those two on the first one, and then they don't. But when Morok comes in with his, I've got to roll a bunch of checks again and see what happens. Failure. What's the check for?
DC X.
Okay, I've got one pass. One of the guys who passed on the first time passed again, and I've got one more check. That's a failure. Okay, so this guy, I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, let's just do it this way.
so
This guy,
I just, Tom, real quick, even as I enter here, because I just wanted to test it, I still, there's no change in this and this.
Yep.
so there's a wall right there behind the face that you can't see through.
This, yes. I'm saying this line is black.
Still dark.
Yes.
Yep, even from that perception, and it goes up to here now.
What if I do this? Does that?
I mean,
make
I
it
can check it if I need to. That didn't change anything.
better? So on my
it's like
light
it's
layer,
the light source, not vision.
Might be. But even that, my character should be...
You try turning it off and back on again.
Well, we're all hitting the same thing. Hold on, let me see. I'll take a look. While trying to avoid...
all right. So to just to finish this up. So this guy that's right here that was in the other room, your first hit dropped him, and yet before he fell, he stood back up. These guys are orcs and have something called
Tub thumping?
relentless endurance. And so when they are reduced to 0 hit points but not killed outright, it can drop to 1 point instead. And what's funny was, no, this guy died, so that didn't happen. However, the guys that passed were fine. And then when you come in and you did this guy is now dead. I thought it was anytime they drop to 0 they can do this. I was wrong. This guy is now dead, and for some ungodly reason, this dude, who has passed twice, is still up.
Hit him with a chair!
Okay, yeah, I don't see why this would be an issue.
That's what I'm saying. I got rid of the red lines for the doors that I was trying to do, and I don't know why that's causing sight blockage for you guys. Unless I do this, go here.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Hold on.
Why is it
Did that
doing
take care of
this?
it?
Nope.
No.
No.
What is going on? There's nothing there. Because the other thing is, with this, we were going based off what we can see, which is limited, and there would be more optimal places to have put those.
For sure. That's why I thought I had opened it enough for you.
Yeah.
For you guys, but
Yeah, no, this is very frustrating. There's nothing on the light layer. Let me see if... maybe if I can copy this and copy everything. Let me check real quick and see if it moved everything over. So we should be in the same position. I'm going to just move us over and see if this same... what the fuck?
apparently it did not work.
What is wrong with this?
Well, so because you guys have effectively only gone through 3 party members right now, we can theater of the mind the rest of the people's actions. Like, you guys are devastating this room in a way that I did not anticipate. I did not anticipate a 4th level fireball followed by a 3rd level snowball, ice ball, whatever. Going down. Especially since Moruk started this with like, I have no spells left, and I was like, here's some pearls of power. Here you go, burning it.
Because, like, if it were put here, that would have hit everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's 3 that we can't see that are here. Oh, and you can't even see this, can you?
Well, so listen.
Why?
I think that you guys are gonna, like, with the rest of this turn, handle this very efficiently. And if it doesn't, we can retcon it. But I just want to see how you guys handle the rest of this, because you guys are rocking this right now, and you still have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 more people to go.
Well, we still had the anesthesia phase of the attack.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. I'm sorry. The hot, the cold, and then the numbing. Yes.
Yeah, the Bengay attack. And I can drop. Now that we know that those are toasted, I can drop the hypnotic pattern a little bit south there and catch the others that we missed.
What's the radius of the hypnotic pattern?
30.
Yeah, you can
Jesus.
easily get the one guy that's still up, and the other 3 with that.
King can do is acupuncture.
Oh, that's afterwards.
That's the remedial
Acupuncture.
therapy.
Acupuncture with rapier.
Extra stabby.
All right,
And
DC
that's a DC 14 wisdom.
All right, I am gonna roll this. All right, wisdom. I don't think is very high for these guys. Actually, is it? Wisdom. Nope, -1. Lots of minuses for these guys.
No orcs.
So all right, so the orc at the top, who is somehow still alive, fail. The first guy near the door, fail. The next guy nearest the door, fail. And then the last guy that I'm going to click on right here, that guy passed. What happens to these people as they fail their wisdom save?
They just look they just start drooling.
Sounds right. Sounds right. Okay. So there's one person on this map that's not drooling.
Mechanically, they are charmed by the spell. The creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
What breaks the charm? The
spell ends if the affected creature takes any damage or someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
Okay. I don't know if you guys are a particularly evil party, except for obscurity.
I was just about to say.
But just so you're aware of lava rule here, as written in this game, if you guys are exposed to or touch the magma, you immediately take 2d6 points of damage. Not too bad. If you start or end your turn in the magma, you take 20d6 points of damage.
So are we throwing people in magma?
Don't go in the magma.
Exactly where obscurity went. I knew it. Should we question them? No, shove them in the magma. What I would say is, before we go any further with this, Nim specifically, why don't you give me a history or perception check? I allow either, whichever is stronger.
History or perception?
Yes. And if you're rolling history, actually, whichever one you roll, I'll give you advantage because of what this is about.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Clap around.
Yeah, so you immediately recognize these as Regessian soldiers, if not spies.
Okay.
Which might explain for their super high armor class, but their super low hit points that you guys are just wiped out. Like, wow. So yeah, so you definitely know these are Regessians, and you also know that when you, and I think this was something that I said to Mike and Dolan last week, when you guys captured the devil, Jessica, she had said that there was a unit of Regessians that had infiltrated the town, but she was unaware of where they were. But they had done some like magic workings that were adding additionally to like the teleportation difficulties of what was happening.
Found them.
Oh yeah, now I can see a bit of an orc.
All right, I'll convey that to the crew.
Okay.
Spies
so
from Majessia.
Mirador, you've gone. Obscurity has gone. So Venice is gone. Moruk is gone. That leaves Tim. Wow. That leaves I was looking at Nim and thinking Torrent, and I went with Tim. So it leaves Tim. You guys will make a great couple. So it leaves Nim, Torrent, and Kane.
Wait,
what do you guys want to do? Jesus Christ.
All right. So
Might want to nuke that which has not been
what?
nuked.
What do we?
There is only
So-
one person on the map that is not like hypnotized right now, and that's this dude right here.
Wait, which dude was this dude?
So let me get on the map. So there's a guy right here. This guy totally hypnotized. Hypnotized. Everybody else
I'm not
is
seeing
dead.
anything.
All right, so just if you can you see the arrow I'm drawing?
No.
No.
Oh shit. Okay, so there's 3 dudes left in the room that are. There's 4 dudes total. 3 dudes are totally hypnotized. One guy is on like the last legs of life, and one guy has been unaffected because of his where he was and also his rolls.
Which one is that?
The guy that I'm trying to draw an arrow to, but nobody can see.
What layer are you on?
I am on. Oh, it's because I'm on the fucking GM layer. God damn it. Okay, sorry. Okay, can everybody see the arrow now? Yes. Yes.
No.
No.
All right. So I'm on the token layer.
Yep.
Okay. So dead, 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 dead. Has probably 1 hit point left, but still alive, but hypnotized, hypnotized, hypnotized. Totally okay.
Okay, I'm not seeing what you're doing. And I
Right, I
can't
was
see
just
this.
gonna wonder.
We can. Why don't we just
Given her
theater
easy.
this? Like, if you want to say I'm going to run and attack the
Why?
one
What,
that,
Are you
what is
attacking the
happening?
non-hypnotized one, or
yeah.
that should be it? That you should only be attacking
Yes.
the non-hypnotized one. So
Yes, that one.
okay, perfect.
All right. So why don't I do this? I'm gonna maybe this will help. I don't know if this will help. Kane's going to go in and attack the non-hypnotized one. Yes.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to move Kane here. Does that help at all with visuals?
No, Kane hasn't moved.
He's moved on my map.
Has he moved on
Jeez.
anybody else's map? Is it my map
No.
that's fucked? Okay.
No, he hasn't moved.
All right. So Kane runs into the room. There's one orc that's like, "Roar!" That's not like drooling.
I feel
on
like
himself.
Tom, you
Make
might
sure
need
I
to
want Kane to spit in
reset.
his mouth first.
Do a
before he
refresh.
kills him.
All right. Let me do
Yeah.
a refresh and see if maybe this will. Maybe good call. Maybe this will work.
Yeah, because now Kane's moving. But that's
Move
me.
Now.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Does it
did
help
that.
with the light layer for anything? Like, can people
No.
see more now?
Nope.
God damn it.
I don't. There's something fucky with these two walls. And also, this isn't showing my arrow either.
Yeah,
As
like
the
I
GM.
can't
Your arrow.
see an arrow if you're drawing it.
I
You
saw
saw-
your
you-
arrow.
You saw the teal one?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
But it's in the
That's-
light layer. So
You can't see it as it goes to the bottom.
no, it's originating. Can you originate it further down?
I see it originating.
Never mind that. Maybe it's not Kevin's.
You're just seeing vapors. I'm just seeing lines. Well, listen, again, worst case scenario.
It's like a green one, ish. Teal,
Yes, I see
aqua.
It. I see it.
Yeah.
Let me see it.
But do you see it the whole way?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
I don't
Alright.
see anything.
It's weird because I don't see it on my other one either. This is where the 3 guys are.
Maybe that's the problem. If you're both on a quote unquote admin account or DM account, maybe it's getting confused between trying to process both. Maybe one.
I only jumped on because we were having the issue
Yeah, the issue started
to try and fix it. There's something weird with these walls. I don't know what it is.
Well,
This
again,
one
just
and
to-
this one.
just
But
to-
yeah. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
just to-
Kane runs in and does that. Nim is also casting Sacred Flame on the same guy. Kane has a bunch of different stuff. Where did Kane go? So first attack is not gonna roll.
No rolls for you.
That would check out. I mean, whatever, I guess. It's just, yeah, it's okay. I'll have to do it in this, which, okay. D plus 7. Roll it. 16.
16 total.
To hit.
Yep, that's a miss.
Okay.
These guys have a really high AC, but their hit points are not high. A 22. Is a hit, though. 22 is a hit.
Does it roll the damage? It doesn't roll the damage. D8 plus 7. Roll. So 9.
and then an additional D4.
4, so 13. And then is it a D6 for the...
For the fire, yes, it's a D6.
Okay. Another 4, so 17 total.
Alright, so they're like relentless endurance states. If they are dropped to 0, they can go to 1 instead. Without the fire damage, you would have dropped it exactly to 0, but with the fire damage, this guy is absolutely dead. And with that, everybody in this room is drooling on themselves or dead. So what would you like Torrent to do, and what do you want Nim to do?
Run in and start getting rope out.
Okay. I'm going to say that you can move in and start to do that, and if you want Torrent to come in to start to do that too, she can maybe assist you, and so you could probably get one of them tied up right now.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay. So Nim, do you want to go to the one that's only got 1 hit point left that's drooling himself, or maybe the first one closest to the door?
I think the one that's healthiest.
Okay, so the 2 that are down here, I don't know if this is going to help at all, but like the 2 that are that you probably just pointed to for everybody to see, those 2 are the healthiest, but they are not as healthy as the ones that were at the top of the room. It's almost like the ones at the top of the room that had been arguing were beefier, like more soldier types, and the ones that were down here are a bit more frail when it comes to hit points. So
Okay. Yeah, I guess just one of these ones at the bottom, just starting to try and get it as quickly as possible.
okay.
Start tying him up, making sure whatever we need to do, we can.
Okay.
And
so you guys get in there, and it seems like, provided Mike doesn't need to do anything with his hypnotic pattern, that you guys can start to come in the room to investigate and know more if you want to.
Shit.
Actually, as you guys come in the room, everybody who's in the room right now, so Kane, Nim, Torrent, and I'll say Mirajor, because you're right next to the door. Give me a perception check. Solid 6.
No.
Torrent gets a 5 on the die, so that's not a great one. Nim, okay. Was it Nim or was it? It was Nim that got the 18. Nim, you hear the sounds of someone screaming in the way that like they've just died, somewhere further in here.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
I'm gonna open it up to say people can do what they want to do at this point. So you guys tell me what you're doing, and then we'll kind of go from there.
I'm gonna go into the room.
All right, go into the room.
continue tying everyone.
All right. As you guys are working on that, just to give you a little bit more, I guess, understanding of what's in this room, is a triangular room with 2 doors flanking a stone demon's head that snarls out of the west wall. The demon's mouth is open like it is about to breathe fire or something else, and there is a permanent, like the magic users would know this, you don't have to make a check, some sort of permanent darkness spell that conceals what's inside.
Ooh, can I try to see what's inside? Figure out what's in there?
I had no doubt that you were going to do this. But however, just to say, just for awareness, There was a table to the north side where there were several Regessians encircled. You destroyed all of them. And there were a series of bedrolls to the southern side of the room where there were several Regessians, where there are currently 2. There's 1 dead one and 2 that you guys will have quickly tied up and kind of taken out of the situation entirely.
I also would loot bodies, because we gotta loot the bodies. Can't leave those around.
Looting the bodies, just so that you're aware, you guys find... why is this? Why that's not doing that? So we'll just do it this way. Boop. Just want to make sure I tell you the exact right thing. You guys find that each of these had a battle axe, a javelin, and a heavy crossbow, as well as a pouch with 10 gold pieces in it.
Ooh, fun.
However, the ones that you froze and cooked, they are now melted and seared. I'm kidding. It's there. They were heat and cold retardant pouches.
Cool.
Let's gather the pouches.
I was gonna say
And-
those are worth way more than the
Pouches
gold.
Make-
on them.
great.
Make them into an armor.
I was gonna say, well,
Right.
I was thinking just mittens so you could touch things and be like, it doesn't matter to me. Whatever.
Do you really want to give us that much power, Doc?
No, I do not. That's why I said I'm kidding. That's why I said I'm kidding. But yeah, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 gold pieces found in the pouches.
Cool.
About to say, give us an inch, we'll take a freaking mile on you.
Oh, I know. I know.
80. I got the gold. If you wanted to grab, if anyone wanted to grab any items,
Well, I mean,
That's
we
on
could
you
probably
guys.
grab the weapons and sell them, for
yeah,
small
absolutely.
profit.
If someone wants to do that, more than welcome to.
As you're doing that, and I'm gonna say as you're eyeing people off, maybe it's at that point that Nim relays that she heard these dying screams from somewhere further in, and Nim, as that happens, you kind of have this. I don't want to say it's like a fade out to a memory, but you know how the Regessian Inquisitors operate, and you know that if there was a troop of this size here, and you've already known that there was a devil sent to Sequin to root you out, there's a good chance that there's another Inquisitor potentially here on site. And with that knowledge, I will let you make a history check to maybe know a little bit more.
10.
10. Unfortunately, you're not getting it. You've got a strong feeling that might be what you overheard, especially with the layout that's happening here. But that's pretty much all you've got in the moment.
Yep.
I think with that, I'm going to take a quick bio break, and then we will pick up. But if you guys want to talk about what you want to do in this room, I know Savennis was interested in the doorway, or the demon mouth, I should say.
Yes, the demon man.
Think about it, and I will be right back.
So yeah, I think we want to move on as quickly as possible because there might be an Inquisitor here. So if we can go and kill that fucker, that'd be great.
Get more shit. Love it.
Right.
So what was that? 8. Do you want to mark? I know you're marking down the gold. Do you want me to mark down the 8 battle axes, 8 javelins, and 8 heavy crossbows?
You know what? Let's give Kane the javelins.
Okay.
Unless someone else wants them as well.
I'm stepping away. I'll be right back.
Hey.
Hey.
I mean, whoever needs some,
Shushily.
but I mean, for the most part, like heavy crossbows, I don't think we're going to need 8 heavy crossbows, and that's easily some more coinage in our pockets for actual things we're going to need.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'll mark that on my notes.
This light stuff is killing me. I don't know why it's...
All right, I am back. What is everybody doing?
We were focusing on the items and stuff like that. So I think... I mean, I know we want to move forward quickly. Or I want to have us move forward quickly. But if anyone has anything they need to take care of in here, real briefly, then let's do that.
I'm just putting the net mark on the 3 that you have roped off, so that it's clear that they're tied up.
Nice.
Okay, so yeah, if people want to enter the room, and as they're kind of discussing what to do next, Nim wants to take off. So Venice, what are you doing with this demon mouth?
I was going to investigate it, try to see if I could figure out what the darkness spell is hiding, and try to, have at it.
Okay, all right. As I think what I'll say to you is, there is the doorway that is this demon's mouth is, you cannot see through it. There is a darkness spell there that your sight will not penetrate. If you have a way to see through darkness, and I don't mean dark vision, because it doesn't help with the darkness spell.
Well, I have I can dispel magic.
Okay.
So,
listen, as the player running the game, as the person running the game, anytime you want to burn up spell slots, love it. You do you.
considering I still have most of my spell slots available.
Morak punches you in the kidneys. Fuck you.
My kidneys! I can't drink no more. Can I, I'm gonna burn up a level 3 to try and dispel this.
That's not the organ. That's called the lobster.
Okay.
What? Well, okay, so listen, I want to be fair with this.
Yeah.
So why don't you give me an Arcana check, and then I'll tell you if you need to burn a level 3 to get rid of it. Okay, Savannah's back on track with massive rules. You realize that, like, if you just have a level 1 dispel, it will probably get rid of this.
Okay.
So, I mean...
Level 3 magic.
Just downcast it.
I'm just saying, you can unclick the box if you click the 3rd level, and then just click 1st level.
Okay.
In no way do I think it makes sense that you would you would check that out. I'm trying to be nice here. So.
Yeah, I will burn a 1st level dispel magic.
Okay. There are, as it dispels, you see that there are a series of runes that seem to be lit by some sort of like internal firelight all around the demon's mouth and its teeth. What language? Does anybody speak Ignan?
Wait. If we give me... Oh, no, that's an hour. Never mind. I can technically comprehend languages, but that takes an hour. Never mind.
That's ignorant.
That's ignorant.
Right.
All right.
You are right.
You guys are being ignorant.
You guys being so ignorant of the ignorant. Anyways,
Is ignorant gonna be the draconic?
No, well, you know what? I apologize. I have not read enough into this entire adventure, which has several more books, to know the answer to that. But this is the first time I've
But
seen
yes.
Ignan. But well, this is a pyromancer's tomb, and so I would think that it makes sense that like the language of the fire elementals is what runes are in. But do you pass through the doorway? You can see that there is an antechamber on the other side, a small
You
room.
you can cast comprehend languages and just use the spell.
Mm-hmm.
You would just use a spell slot.
Oh, okay. Because I see it as a ritual.
As
and I
as a
thought
ritual. Well, that should only be 10. Is it? No,
Unless the wording of the
it
spell.
lasts for an
it
hour.
lasts an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would be
it takes
10
1
minutes.
Okay. About 1 minute. Okay, I will cast comprehend languages then and figure this out.
In Ignan, in the mouth, it says, "The
Okay.
spirit of the pyromancer Damatarian shall destroy those who disturb his body's rest." Through the doorway that you can now see through, there is a small room with a door further in. In order to go further, you must enter the room.
I will try to enter the room.
I like to think that as people are going through the business of like looting bodies, tying up people so they don't kill you, Savennis is like and just like casting spells and walking through doorways. I love this. I'm also just gonna take your ghost spirit and move it back over here because nobody's on fire anymore. So it's still there, but I'm just taking it away so that nobody thinks that the room is on fire.
This room is on fire.
As you come into this small room, the same script repeats around the door in the next room, also in Ignan, that reads, "The spirit of pyromancer Damatarian, Damatarion, Damatarian, shall destroy those who disturb his body's rest."
All right. I will enter the room. What do I see in the room? I should say ahead of me.
Give me a perception check.
All right.
Body that looks like it was just really comfortable.
All right, with a no, in this is just an open room that leads to another door that has these flickering Ignan words written around it. However, a 23 does reveal to you that a series of small pinholes, like they're no bigger than maybe the size of like the tip of a pencil, a sharpened pencil, and that on the floor of this room are a series of small tracks that lead to larger holes. You also, I just want to see if hang on, there is something I need to look up because I don't have it in front of me. You rolled a 23. You also notice, not despite it as well, that there is what's known as a arcane lock on the door in front of you. Arcane locks generally can be diffused if you can figure out how to with a high enough arcana check.
May I try to diffuse it?
So far, despite the warning that if you disturb the tomb you will be destroyed, nothing's attacked you, so you seem to be doing okay so far. With 15, you are unable to figure it out. It seems just beyond your comprehension. You're like, I think I know, but if I touch the wrong ones, I could set this whole thing off. Don't know. Now,
Do I see anything else in the room, or would I be able to give it a second go?
I would say you would be able to give it a second go. However, I'm going to say some time has elapsed because
Okay.
spells were cast, investigations were done. You've attempted to decipher this lock, and so I want to throw it back to everybody
Yep,
else
that's fair.
that's here and say, A, why doesn't everybody put themselves on the map where they should be right now, unless they're still staying out in the lava chamber? And then we'll kind of go from there. So first step, where does everybody put themselves?
I still can't see in that room, so I have no problems being in this room. I just don't really know where to be.
I'm just going to do this obscurity. This doesn't help you at all.
Okay.
And you can't see anything new now?
No, correct.
Okay. You guys are in a big I'm just going to do this to say I'm just going to pull everybody in the room, and then all the shit's going to go down, and we're going to go from there. But from here, everybody is in a big triangle room. There is a door. There's a big demon face door that Sylvanus has just walked through, doing some magic shit. There is a door to the right of this demon face that you've already killed an orc through, and there is a door to the south of this demon face that has remained closed. Anybody who looks through the door to the right, there's a long corridor going down, and I would say, what do you guys want to do? Actually, you know what? Why don't I do... shit, Tom. Why don't you just use your brain sometimes? Because I can do this. Snip. It'll come up. Snipping tool.
Oh my god.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to go copy. I'm going to go into Discord, and if everybody looks in Discord, I think I can give you guys an image of what's going on in this room. Alright, can everybody see that in Discord? Does that work?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I think I've probably revealed too
Okay.
much for you guys to see at this point, because I had to reveal everything that I can see when I take a picture. But effectively, you guys are all in this triangle room that's in the right there. There's like
And
three
the-
orcs.
The demon face is that structure right in the center in between
It
those
is
two
the weird
doorways?
Muppet nose
Okay.
eye thing that's right in the center, yes.
Okay.
That Sylvanus is on the other side
Other
of, because
side
he's
of,
in
got
that
it.
room.
Um. I think then obscurity would continue to clear the space. So she would head towards that north door,
Okay.
which is open because we obviously can see that dead guy, the dead orc,
Yep.
and then the door directly to the right of her. I'm assuming that's closed. She would listen and determine whether or not there was anybody in there.
Okay, so I'm gonna bounce back. I'm gonna take, nope, I'm not gonna go this map. No, I don't want to send pictures of that. Thank you very much. Okay, so obscurity, I'm gonna put you through that north door, and you
Okay.
go up to the room that's labeled D, and you're able to see, actually, why don't I just do this first? Not that it's gonna help anybody, but I'll just do this. Boom, boom, boom. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Huh. Oh shit. Wait, I think. Did that help anybody?
No.
Oh
Nope.
shit. I thought I figured it out. Oh well. All right, so Dolan, you run up to the room that's labeled D, and what you see in there is what appears to be like a super regal, like bedroom layout. There's like a nice desk. There's like a rug. There's like a big bed. In fact, the bed seems really out of place and modern. Like it was probably a huge pain in the ass to get in here. What do you want to do? You can go in this room. There's nothing in this room. I won't make you make a perception check. There's nothing in this room. So if you want to go in and check it further, you can.
Yeah, beautiful. I will. I'll case the room. I'm not gonna be like super destructive or anything like that. I just want to know, like, is there anything on the desk? Is there anything that looks like writing material, paperwork, documents?
In fact, there are. There appear to be several documents on the top of the desk.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely take those.
What languages do you speak?
Probably nothing that's written in those documents. Hold on.
But I will be able to decipher them.
Yeah, the man
Exactly.
that's running around in
Exactly. I'm taking them for somebody else because I know that this is
Well, no. I mean, like, so what
common,
languages?
Elvish, and Infernal.
Okay, so in common, actually, Infernal works pretty well for here too. I don't know; it doesn't specify, but I would say that either of those work. You see a number of missives that seem to have gone back and forth between the Hadria witches and somebody named Damius about acquiring the Tide Reaver's tears.
Oh, okay.
On the desk, as you're looking, there also appears to be an 8-inch sphere. So think like crystal ball-sized ball of black glass. That the entirety of it is etched with unusual curving silver patterns. When they do in Harry Potter, like the pensieve, and there's like that silvery, slimy thing. That's what I'm thinking is etched all over this like black glass.
Okay.
The sphere is held in an oval wooden setting that is carved with the images of two gods blowing storms out of their lips. The storms are in the forms of penises. I'm sorry,
Nice.
I don't know why it
Penis
says
storms.
that, but it says that, penis storms. If you would like to give me an Arcana check, I might be able to tell you more about this, but if you can't, then, I mean, you can check. I mean, there's always a 20 on the die.
I'm just gonna tell Morak, and I'm gonna ask him to come check this out. I'm not gonna say it out loud though. I'm just gonna like go get him. I'm not gonna yell to him because I still don't know that this place is empty or not. So yeah, I'm gonna look in the drawers of the desk and all that stuff, and on the shelves, and if there's anything pertinent, I'm just gonna bag it.
All right, so hold on. So I'm gonna put you in the room by the desk because that's where you were.
I am.
Okay. I'm gonna cut back to everybody else. People may be still working on tying people up. Maybe they're interrogating them. What is everybody else doing? Sylvanus, you're in the tomb. What's everybody else doing? So mainly Kane, Nim, and Morak. What are you guys doing currently?
How's that?
That works nicely.
That opened it up really nice.
Okay, kind of like it's off a little bit, but yeah.
People can see things now.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing.
So you've been working on the light. Okay, cool. All right.
Yes.
No. So what was it that was causing this?
I have no fucking idea.
Okay. All right.
I have no idea. These two walls being over here just fucked everything up for no reason, and like it created like a shadow this whole area for just no reason at all. And it's just like when we went in here, it just still affected it like we were looking from over here. I have no idea what was going on, but Fuck. Okay. So I don't know. I'm looking to
So
kind
just-
of
ju-
move
yeah, just as-
forward.
yeah.
So
Just as a recap, so Sylvanas is in the demon mouth tomb. Obscurity went into what appeared to be like a really regal bedchamber with a new bed. Found some paperwork that seemed to connect this location with the Hadrian witches and the Tide Reaver's tears and some sort of magic device. I think the three people I'd like to know what they're doing. Torrent is probably just trying to aid in whatever way she can. So the three people that are left that I want to know: Nim, Kane, and Moruk. What are you most interested in doing in the moment right now?
well, excuse me. So Tom, question: is this area discovered?
Hold on, I gotta go on the right layer. Okay, what area?
This
Yeah, that's where I
area?
am.
Okay.
Hold on. If I draw an arrow, can everybody see the arrow?
No.
Nope.
I'm on the token layer. Okay.
I'm just opening it up so that everyone can actually be where they are.
Let's try again. Can anybody see this arrow that I'm?
No.
No. Okay, so why don't we do this? Because we've sort of dealt with stuff like this before. If you look in the Discord picture, there's that front room that everybody is in except for Sylvanas, as Sylvanas has gone into the tomb in the middle. Obscurity is currently in the room to the north. The doorway that led that way is open, and the doorway to the south has not been opened yet. If that helps anybody figure out what they want to do.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
which-
listen at the doorway that's not open.
Which way did I hear the scream?
It seemed to be coming from the south, so down. I don't have north and south on the map, but I'm going to say south is down. And so with that,
Yeah, that's
what I'll
always
do
a
is-
good.
Yeah. I think that what I'll do is I will go on the light layer and just get rid of this doorway so that people can, see through that if they so choose. Okay, so the south doorway is now open as well if people want to start going that way. And if anybody wants me to give you description because we still can't see what's happening, just tell me where you're going and I'll give you a description and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I am heading down
Oh.
with.
South.
Yes, I'm going south.
All right. Are you
I'll
just
join.
doing like a standard move kind of thing?
Yeah.
All right. So
Do-
I'm gonna put you down here. Anybody going with Nim?
Yep.
All right. Moruk
Yeah.
goes with Nim. Mirajor, you're going with them as well.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of poke around the corner there.
Like the where Sylvanas is, or where the further southern door that that Nim and Mirajor, Nim and Moruk just went through.
I am 2 spaces ahead of Nim right now.
So like here.
He's Mirajor.
I don't think
I'm gonna
Tom
refresh-
is
I'm gonna refresh
seeing
my map.
stuff.
Just
Yeah,
see.
it's weird
I
that
think-
you're.
I'm refreshing just in case.
Like, I had to go in and
Oh.
change the thing. Let me see if. Because I have left as the GM, too. I left this game.
Well, everybody's where I just moved them, if that's cool. Or at least on my map it is.
Well, so we've got Mirajor, Nim, and Moruk all to the south. Savenis is in the hidden room. Kane,
It's by some tied up people by Torrent.
Right. Torrent just went up to obscurity. So
Torrent went to obscurity, so she's in the room with her.
She's up at the top. She's right at the room. So yeah, she's right at the room's entrance.
Okay, like she hasn't gone through the door, or she's through the door and in the room.
She has not gone through the door.
Okay. All right. So for Torrent and for Mirajor, Nim, and Moruk, I will give you some more descriptions. As you guys are in the hallway moving towards the end, especially Mirajor, where you are closest to the end, in the northwest corner of the room is a large tank of green biomancy fluid in which something seems to be growing. There are several other tanks stacked against the wall and a shelf on the east wall containing biomancy craftsman tools, plus a series of papers and treaties. And so where Mirajor is, that sort of brown thing that's right around the corner, that's the thing that I'm talking about. And then in the northwestern corner, those green circles, those are the tanks. The west wall, which is the wall to the left, if you're looking at the map, there are two pillars of flowing magma that come from the ceiling to the floor, which somehow do not enter the room. They just seem like these pulsating, ever running, like, when I read this, I was immediately reminded of the Invincibles when he goes to the island and there's like the magma curtain that has to open for him to get through. That's what these two pillars look like. There is also a door on the south side that seems to now be open. What do you guys do?
If I'm allowed, I would definitely like to let Morak or Mirajor or somebody who has magic let them know about this orb that I don't really want to touch because I don't know if I should, so I'm not gonna.
All right. I think that what I would like to do right now, before you do that, because everyone's moving, is I would like to have Torrent roll an athletics check, but because this is important, I want somebody other than me to roll it. And so I'm going to tell you what her ability modifier is. If I can get to it. Well, that's a skeleton. Torrent is not a skeleton yet.
Yeah, let's be positive. She always can be.
Torrent has a +4 to athletics, and so somebody roll a d20 +4, please. Thank you.
Who's got it? I'll be right back.
I'm pulling something up so I can't see it yet. I just hear laughing.
Man, you make prone look like a mighty athletic accomplishment.
Okay. So unfortunately, an 11 is not enough. And I'm not going to make you roll any sort of...
Goodbye check.
No goodbye check. But obscurity, as you're grabbing the paperwork and like looking at the orb, going like, nah, I'll tell them to come back. All of a sudden, Torrent is like, oof! and gets thrown into the room. And as she comes into the room, this figure that you've never seen before, but clad in furs and wearing this like fucked up bear mask and having these claws on his fingers.
Wait a
This
second.
figure comes into the room, closing the door, and says, "Ah, not only do I have new subjects, but they'll be fun and in my room." All right, everybody, roll for initiative.
Question.
Yes.
Did you say it's got a bear mask and claws?
I did.
Okay. Are the claws like the ones that I've had on?
Oh yeah.
Alright.
You know what this is.
I mean,
you know what this is.
Oh, I'm just curious if everyone else is kind of like also
Picking up on what you
seeing.
put down. Yeah.
Well, just the fact of the claws that I've been wearing.
Yeah, I'm sorry, everybody. This is Nim. She's finally freaked out and she's gonna kill you. That's what's happening.
Was this like
Not where I was going, but yeah.
invisible and then suddenly became visible?
So this melee spellcaster had a lot of stuff going on after you guys obliterated all of his orcity and then didn't explore right off the bat. So yeah, there was a lot going on.
But I'm saying, like, I'm just curious as to how he, like, I literally just walked through there. So how is he not there and now suddenly he's there?
No,
Like,
he has not been
apparate?
standing in the door all the time.
Okay, so he like walked. He was just walking around and he walked there.
Yes. So
Okay.
so for
He didn't like appear there, or apparate,
No.
or
Well, I mean-
misty step, or
no.
you know,
He appeared there in the sense that he came up behind Torrent,
torrent.
who
Okay.
did not perceive that he was behind her.
Okay.
He shoved her.
Okay.
I gave her a strength check to see if she could resist. She did not. She got shoved in the room. He stepped in and closed the door. Nobody gets a surprise round right now because that was his surprise action. But he's closed the door. I'm having everyone roll initiative with most of the party unaware that this is going on.
Uh huh.
So,
Cool.
and so I'm giving him his chance for initiative, and he rolls a 19, which is respectable. But I feel Sylvanas is going to somebody's going to blow this out of the water and be like, "You guys go first."
Mirror George.
Yeah, no, Mirajor is always like when Mike's not here. It's
Holy
always
shit.
like
So
I get to roll the fact that we're gonna go first. But since Mike's here, he gets to tell
I
you
would say
that.
alright, so because the party gets to go first. I'm gonna say that that Obscurity and Torrent can go before this guy can go. But everybody else, depending upon what you guys do, is probably going to be based on perception checks because of the closed door. I think that's fair. And also, Sylvanas is like, how do I break into this ancient undead or dead pyromancer's tomb? What do I do? Like, he's got his own thing.
Hey, we all have side
What
quests.
about an octopus?
Listen, I'm not knocking what you're doing, man. I'm just saying, like, you were like, the party's like, tie him down, get their gold. I'm going in here. See you later.
Can we get a token of this guy?
Oh shoot! I'm sorry. Sorry, I moved him in, but I did not. I did not. Boom! He's right there. And then if I do a little quick Shift Z, which is this is one of the things that I find frustrating is they keep using the same image for the Inquisitors, but yeah, boom.
The boom revealed nothing. FYI.
Yeah.
The Shift Z didn't show anything?
No.
Shift Z didn't do anything.
No Shift Z.
No Shift Z. No Shift Z.
Copy image. Let's see if I can do this. I'll put it in Discord. Maybe this will work. Boom. Paste. Boom. All right, in Discord. Very similar image to what you've seen before. Inquisitors, but that's what is there
Okay.
on the map in front of Torrent.
In front of Torrent, so in between Torrent and the door.
Yeah, in the map picture before, this guy is in the doorway, closed door behind him. Torrent directly in front of him, next to the carpet. Diagonally from Torrent is Obscurity, who is right next to the orb picture and the desk.
Yeah. Cool.
In fact, let me just do this shit again so that we can keep updating this way, because I feel like we're crushing it. New. Boom. Yeah, take the picture. Yes.
I'm gonna immediately just go on offensive because I want to break the circle, and I do not want him blocking the door.
Paste. Okay, there you go. Hopefully this works. Yeah. Boom. So there you are, Obscurity. Like you are.
Okay.
Does a 25 hit?
Hold on.
Sure.
I would love to say no, but I'm pretty sure it does.
But it does.
So you're gonna run up directly next to.
It's gonna be diagonal at him.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Boom. All right, I'm just moving you on the
Well,
map.
would you want to get on the other?
If I can flank, I'll love to flank, but I don't think I can.
I don't
Torrent
think
goes
I
over
don't
here.
think- Well, yeah. If you went 5 feet further, so that you're on one side, Torrent could step to the other.
Yeah. Let's do that.
All right. So I'm gonna move you. So basically, right now on my map, you are to the left of him. I'm gonna have Torrent step to the right of him, and then I'm gonna pull up his stuff.
I'm just gonna strike again then, because that's advantage, correct? So
Mhm.
if I
Correct.
get it 20,
Yes.
then cool. No. Okay. Stunning strike.
Quick question. Stunning strike is not magic, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Key.
Key.
It's not
Yeah.
magic, it's a real thing. It's science.
It's science. All right. So I just want to make sure I have this. Yeah. Shit. So both the 25 and the 21 are hits. So I mean, I know you were rolling with advantage, but that is a hit. And then the stunning strike requires a what save?
DC 14.
Wisdom.
Con. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Well, it's 13 on the die. It's got a +3 to that, so passes your stunning strike.
Okay.
Mark off your points. But 10 points of damage goes through.
And then that was okay. I'm just gonna do my second attack. At
Wait.
advantage.
Before we do it,
Okay.
because I want to give you the maximum.
Yep,
You're
yep.
using your fist right now, or your lantern?
I'm not using lantern. I was using Chaku.
Okay, all right. Because if you were gonna get fire damage, I'd give it to you. That's why.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it.
Okay. Not trying to be a jerk, just giving you what you're due.
Yeah.
All right, and a 14 and a 12, both of those do not hit.
Okay. And so that doesn't work. Okay. And what would I have to do?
It's a very loaded question.
What a start.
To like, is he preventing me from opening that door? Is he like, can I open that door?
I would say that
would
if you
that have been an option?
I mean, he's definitely wants to do that, but I think that what you would, I would probably come down.
Pardon me. I'm just gonna sneak right by you. Yeah. Okay.
I'm getting on my way. Just want to go that way.
Yeah.
Well, remember that opening a door is a move action. So in order to do that, you've already moved and taken an action.
I've moved 5 feet. So if it's a
No,
move,
opening a door
is
is
an
a
action.
move action. So
What about opening the door into the back of his head? Is that considered an attempt?
Well, I think that's what that first punch was, but unfortunately the second one didn't continue into the noggin. So
Okay,
No,
and
it's like
so what about like shadow step? So like if I'm in dim light or darkness, as a bonus action, I can teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space that I can see.
this room is. I'm not trying to be a jerk. This room is fairly well lit, and you cannot see past the door, so I don't think that you could teleport there.
Okay.
I mean, where you are right now is going to give Torrent advantage if you want her to attack with like axe. So up to you.
Okay. So my first attack
Hit.
at advantage hit. My
Yep.
second attack at advantage did not hit.
Correct.
Flurry of blows.
Okay.
2 more attacks.
Snowstorm it is.
Yeah. Nice. So we'll just do the damage for that one. So that was my next attack.
27. Yeah, that's 9 points of damage. Okay.
Stunning strike.
Okay. And it is a wisdom save. Yes.
It is a con save.
I'm sorry, a con save. Okay. And so he gets a 16.
Succeeds. I really need one of these stunning strikes to work. So.
You can do it.
Gonna have to because I'm
Believe.
really low on my key. Attack. Okay. 22 hits.
22 is a hit. Yep.
Okay, take some damage for that.
Wow. I mean, very consistent. 10, 9, 10. Like you are doling out good damage.
Stunning strike.
Okay.
Jen doling out.
Okay, so he passes,
Okay.
but I just want to say this, that he's rolling with advantage specifically on Constitution saves.
Okay.
And I rolled a 1 and I was like, oh Jesus, and I'm rolling with my purple die that I can't read right off the bat, and I'm like, did I fucking roll 2 1s? But no, I'm not giving you that shit again, assholes who took that from me last time. That was really cool. He did. But he rolled a 15 on the other one, plus 3, so that's an 18.
Okay. And I am being as loud as I possibly can during this engagement. FYI.
So not very.
I'm not going to be able to hear that.
I'm like, I'm not being loud.
So
with my
entirely
hands,
silent.
brother. Right.
So Dolan is behind a closed door, and
Signing, just
as loud as
yelling to us.
She doesn't know how to be
Right,
quiet. She just knows how to be quiet. So, so I would say that everybody give me a perception check with disadvantage, DC 15. If you get above the 15, you hear her. If you do not, you do not.
Yes.
Near George
Nope.
does not.
Come on, Nick.
Does Kane's pretty close? He's still at disadvantage?
You know what? The door is... Oh, well, there's a door closed, but the other door is open. I'll say Kane can just roll. However, Nim, you hear.
Yeah.
If that was your roll. So Nim, you
Yeah.
That
proceed.
was. Kane, you fuck.
So I'm sorry if that was me that just made that happen. But that was pretty funny. You fuck. I'm sorry.
Just,
Bird of- burst of air right into the
I
mic. I'm
argued
sorry.
for
I'm
the
sorry,
whole
everybody.
thing. Yeah, you pushed my dice over
I'm sorry.
with that burst of air after it had already rolled.
It had already rolled, and then I just laughed. But so Nim,
Kane.
you distinctly hear obscurity calling out for help.
I-
Jesus Christ!
I hear the air moving in such a way that I only know that it does when obscurity is signing with just
the right like sort of like vibration, exactly.
right.
I mean, I am not letting in, like, I'm not letting this guy know that I'm scared or anything. That's totally not what I'm doing.
That's not the issue
I punched
here.
you 3 times. You have no wound marks, and also you are not getting stunned every fucking time.
Right.
So what
No,
the fuck?
but it's like full-fledged, loud Bruce Lee. Yeah, that kind of shit.
So I think that before we go to anybody else, because it is everybody's turn, and I think that with the perception checks, obscurity, I'm not obscurity, I'm sorry, Nim, you can probably on this turn because you know, but you need to alert everybody else and then they can move.
Obscurity found someone.
Well, all right. So as that shit's going down, I do think that I want to resolve in the. So, what do you want Torrent to do? Do you want her to try and give like an advantaged attack against this guy, or
Yeah, she's also gonna try and stunning strike this guy.
She does not have that. She does not have that.
Yeah, but we'll just go off of obscurity sheet. It's
she
easier.
Gets what she gets. Oh, I see. Okay.
Right.
You know what?
she
I
has
should have
full
made
key
all the
points.
orcs inquisitors. So we'll see what happens.
Fine.
Torrent-
Still fireballs.
So Torrent. Well, no. To be fair, Torrent does have a number of like very effective things that she can use. She could attack with advantage on her battle axe. She does at this point have a +6 to hit. She could summon a spiritual weapon, which could be advantageous as well. Like, you guys tell me what you want her to do. I think those are probably her 2 biggest things that
Battle axe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do me a favor.
Advantage.
Listen, with advantage. So somebody roll 2 d20s with a +6 on them, and you guys tell me what Torrent does.
You're in there, obscurity.
I am not rolling for her again.
Come on, obscurity, do it. Two 20s, and whatever the highest one is, add a d6 to it and see what happens.
No, like he said, 2 20s.
2 20s.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Waste one of them. I argue that I get quadruple damage.
19 plus 6.
19
25.
plus 6 is a hit. It's not a crit, but and she does a d10 plus 3 damage with her axe. So roll a d10 plus 3. Or just roll a d10 and add 3 to it.
Oh, fuck you.
Fuck you. So she does 5 damage. But what's real fun about that is literally just enough. It is literally just enough
To kill this guy.
No. To put a mark on him. He has a mark. Look at that, guys. Hey, you did a mark. All right. But you guys are still going right now, so why don't you tell me what happens? So Torrent has gone. Obscurity is gone. Obscurity, you hear... I'm sorry, not Obscurity. Nim, you hear Obscurity call out and say, like... through like whatever vibrational fields that you hear, like shit's going down, get up here. You know that she went north, so you guys can kind of try to round the corner and get up there. You probably need to let people know, but that's a free action. So
I'm yelling the whole way.
I'm guessing it's movement at this point, so tell me what you do.
Nim's doing a Xena warrior princess cry.
Dun 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 dun. In a time where oh, Sam Raimi, some of the shit you brought us.
Like
So, yeah, right? I mean, all the Spider-Man, Army of Darkness, Hercules and Xena, before Hercules went all Kevin Sorbo on it. But yes, that's what I'm doing. I double move up to the door, and that's as far as I get.
now you can open the door as an action.
Use my
Oh,
action
you
to
double move.
double move. So yeah, that is mine. And I've alerted everyone to it. And maybe I'll stand off to the side a little bit even.
Yeah, so somebody else can open the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nim's like, no, I'm here. I'm staying here. This is it.
Kevin,
No,
did you move
hand off the
everybody
chess
to
piece.
did you move everybody to a different map that maybe I should go to? Because no one's moving.
Let's see. Well, check the map that you're on and see if it's the, copy of Fire Tomb. Maybe that's why.
I gotta go there. Copy of copy. Oh, look, everybody's moving. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna double move there.
And that's where Kane gets in his full movement.
I think so.
We're back to a world
Where
where
was he?
when everybody moves, I
Yeah.
can't see the map because it reloads. This is the best.
You move just like that.
You weren't around for the grand finale of Rime of the Frost Maiden, but I had a huge map with a lot of shit going, and every time TJ specifically moved, it just broke the map for me, and I was like, TJ, just tell me where you want to go. If I move you, it stops this from happening. So.
Yeah, I think everyone's moving, just using double moves. Savannis is still doing his puzzle. And
yes,
you know, I know that's what your turn's gonna be.
Yep.
I imagine. Obscurity found someone. She's fighting. Huh. Anyway, so if I touch here, I feel like that will set this off. So I'm not going to do that one. So yeah, everyone has gone, it looks like, except for Moruk and Savannis. Because everyone else had to double move. Yuck.
Well, so Venice is probably going to have to double get up there too, I would think.
Well, it depends on what he wants to do. That's what we were just discussing.
I was gonna try.
He's already where he needs to be.
I was going to try to roll another Arcana to figure out this mystery lock.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on. I perceive nothing with my nat 1.
So I'm now just stuck in a loading screen. Roll 20. Ah, man. Come on.
Well,
Come on.
you weren't seeing the correct movements before anyway, so
That's fair.
it's really not much of a change.
Try one more time. Maybe this works. Maybe. I see stuff. Maybe. Oh, everyone's tokens are showing up. Come on, get me a map. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. So everybody has moved. Kane is at the door. Does Kane does not have the action economy to
No.
open the door, right?
Just barely no.
Just one single thing.
And I double moved.
So Jen, I'm going to back something up because I've been doing some research as I've been trying to get this reloaded. According to the current sort of iteration of 5th edition / whatever 2024 is, opening a door is no longer a full action. You are allowed one interaction during your turn. And so if you want to say that you open the door, you can do that. That may have positive or negative effects, but do you want to say that you did that, or do you want to not say that you did that?
No, I would definitely be attempting to open that door.
I mean, we could have Kane do that.
Yeah, or you could say that Kane did it. How about this? Because
because he's not obscured.
Well, I was going to say maybe because
pun intended.
Damius can't try to slap your hands as you're doing it. If you want to try to, well, what I'm thinking is that if
don't do that.
If obscurity did it, did Kane have to double move to get there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that if obscurity had done it, maybe Kane would have an attack or something. But because all of the double moves, okay. So obscurity, I would say that if you want to try to do it contested, that's fine. But Kane can do it uncontested because Damius does not know that was going to happen.
I mean, either way,
peekaboo.
I would have done it regardless. I guess I'll just do it because I would have done it because I don't know who's on the other side of that door. So what do I roll for?
No. I'm just gonna say it happens. You just get the door opens.
Oh. Okay.
But as the door opens, and you see your friends rushing to your aid, Damius behind this bear mask just goes, "You've brought them to me, more meat to play with," and he's going to, because it's now his turn.
Wait a
minute. So Venice, what are you doing before we do anything else? What are you doing?
I'm gonna check my damn Arcana one more time.
I knew it. All right, so roll your Arcana check.
Oh no!
Typical Sylvanas.
So wait. So I need to let you know that as you do this.
Yeah, but I can figure out the squirrel.
A natural 1 has consequences, but I think
can I give him my heroic inspiration? Can I give it?
Not
to
right now.
Are we allowed to do that?
He's fucking away.
No, he's about to lose both his arms.
Player.
So no, you cannot. So
okay.
That's first. Second is, I think we'll deal with that next week. But first, I want to deal with what Damius does, and Damius takes a 10-foot step back. And he does that. He does provoke from 3 people. So Obscurity, Kane, and Torrent all get an attack of opportunity. Torrent does not hit. I rolled. You do not get advantage on this attack as he's stepping over.
Okay.
All right.
Stunning strike.
I mean, hey, shit, that's the right way to go. So it is a hit, and I will roll. Wait a minute. Oh, I just saw Nim come up. I'm like, Nim, why are you attacking? All right, no, I passed. I rolled a 20 and a 16. So
Okay.
I did not. You do not stun me, but you do damage. So tell me what you do.
Doo-doo.
Oh, my damage.
Do you do
was...
damage?
Where was my damage? Oh,
I don't think you rolled it. I think you just.
I did. 11 points of damage.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I used.
I mean, that makes up for that 9. So right now it is 10, 10, 10, 10. That is
I don't
what
know
you're
if he does
doing.
any
You are
extra
very
fire
consistent.
damage. I used Twilight. I used the quarterstaff with the fire.
Okay. So if it's a hit with that, I think it's. Look it up. It's either 1d6 or 1d8. I don't.
It's 1d6, but it rolled it automatically. It did it, and it's 11.
Oh,
total
so it's an. Oh,
with the
okay.
D6 in
All right.
there.
So I took that. All right. He did not appreciate that. But okay. And then Kane, Nim, I think
He
you were
does
rolling for Kane?
18 points of damage.
A total of 18, and was some of that like a smite or something, or
No. No smite. It's not his turn, so.
And then Taurus again attack a bot.
she
Don't
did,
miss.
and she rolled. Yeah, she rolled an 11 on the die, so she did not.
Torrent pulled a
She did
Sylvanas.
not hit. Yeah.
So
Listen,
17
Torrent,
does not hit?
17 does not hit. No.
Okay.
Which is why I said she missed. But thank you for fact checking.
I was just confirming.
No. As opposed to some people who say, I thought we weren't fact checking. I appreciate it. Especially before, wait. Before anybody says anything, earlier this game when Kevin was like, he rolled a 23 and I went, oh shit, because I thought you would only rolled a 19. And I'm like, that's
That
why
was
everybody
me
knows
also
what's happening.
fact checking.
Yeah, no,
FYI.
like please, always fact check. I appreciate it. However, as Damius steps back laughing, he just goes, "It's more for the fire. It's just more for the fire." And he casts a spell that some of you played a different game may recognize, and that game or that spell is called Wall of Fire. And that wall of fire goes bink, 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 bink.
Can I see him?
Can you see him?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. I'll say you can see him.
Counter spell.
Thank you.
And what he does is, as he does his rebuke, which counters your counter spell, and you cannot counter that back again. But he checks that off.
But can Mirror Drawer?
Hold on, wait. Before I say that, because I think I can do that, but I want to just double check. Nope, that's the wrong
Thank you
thing.
for fact checking yourself.
Thank you for fact checking yourself. Sorry. Nope, that's the wrong thing. I just want to go. Inquisitor. Where are you, Damius? Rebuke magic. Damius casts Dispel magic without using a spell slot. This cannot be countered or canceled by counterspell. So he is dispelling your counterspell. Cannot counter the counterspell.
Is that a reaction?
It is a special ability that the Inquisitors have.
Is it a reaction?
It is a rebuke that can be used twice a day. That is not. It is listed as. Yes, it is a reaction. Yes.
That was a long yes.
Wait, no. I was like, no, it's a thing within it. Oh no, you're right.
Dispel, yeah, this dispel magic usually is in the reaction.
Right.
This
Counter spell is usually a reaction. Dispel magic
Right.
is usually an action.
Action.
Yes.
Right.
Correct.
Because of the way that these guys are working. I think you guys saw this with the first guy that you fought on the outskirts of the fire swamp with that guy. Like somebody cast something, he was like, "Nope," kind of thing.
I tried, guys.
I mean, it was work. You used up one of his rebukes. How many does he have? To be announced.
One day.
Shut up. I mean, I said it, but shut up.
To be already have been announced.
Already revealed. Yeah. So that said, when we come back next week, there will be a firewall that affects everybody, and we'll figure out what that does. But as always, thank you guys for playing. I hope you're having fun. You guys utterly crushed that first room. Like that room had a whole scenario where if they knew you were coming, they set up like a shield. They set up like basically phalanx shield walls that did crazy bonuses to their defense, and then they just shot you with crossbow bolts until you got close enough, and then they all attacked as one with axes for like not double advantage, but basically like crazy advantage to hit you. And you guys were like, "Trump." Did they hear us? no, drop. Did they hear us? And I'm rolling the whole time, and they're rolling like 6s, and I'm like, God damn it! And then one rolled a 20, and I was like, he only rolled a 19. That meets. He hears it, and then you're like, wait a minute, it was a 23, and I went, fucking fact checking, but yeah, you okay. So good job. And then I mean, effectively, they had an AC of 19, which was why it was so difficult. But like
which was
even
irrelevant.
but even the big ones only had like 30 some odd hit points, and they just got that first fireball was like, and I was like, oh no, they can come back because they have resilience. And it's like, no, if you're reduced to 0, you can come back. But if you're reduced beyond that, you're dead. And I went, I can not use that ability. Oh well, never mind. Okay, yep, no, they're dead. So, but yeah, so good job, you guys. Awesome. You guys have found another Inquisitor that you're now battling, which I had hoped to bring into the fold with all of his minions, but you're like, yeah, why don't we just burn him and roast him and freeze him first? So good job, everybody.
We were trying to help.
I will
Physical therapy.
I will say this,
Right.
like even though I know that you guys have been like I'm trying to keep you a little ahead of the curve. It's pretty cool. Like I was having some concerns when you started the dungeon, but where you're here now, I'm like, you guys are doing pretty good. So meanwhile, Sylvanas is like, I'll just burn a 4th level dispel magic. I'm like, maybe don't. Maybe just hold up, bro. So anyways, good times. We'll see what we discover next week. And Mike, if you want to send some notes about what you're thinking about, I'd love to jot some notes back to you about like the concept of an adventure. And then I had a chance the other day to jot some notes down about Nim and Moruk. So if you guys have like maybe 10 or 15 minutes as we sign off, I'd love to chat with you just super briefly.
Okay, but in general, you like the general idea.
Yeah, let's roll with it. Let's see what we can come up with. Sure.
Okay, doke.
And yes, I haven't been able to talk to you, so yeah, we'll have to figure some stuff out so that we can talk as well.
No worries. But I'm going to bed. My head is killing me.
All right. Good night, killing me.
Softly.
With your words? Okay, sure.
Well, your words always give me a headache.
Right, got him.
How dare you? How dare you? He leaves with a burn and a magma chamber.
Fireball.
That fireballs with more tact and diplomacy.
I just feel like somebody's gonna
Always
drop
a
like a dowel.
Always a pleasure. Have a good day.
Good night.
All right,
Later.
Good night, everybody. All right. All right. As far as Moruk and Nim go, I have some questions, right? So we know that Kane's been gifted this this artifact of like, you know, crazy power, and I want to start to like give each of you something that is connected to it. And so for Moruk, I feel like the spell I gave you, or the ritual that I gave you, I really like, but I also don't want to pigeonhole you if you're looking for something different. And so I have some ideas with that, but I prefer to just say, what do you see that becoming? What do you want? And if you want to just sort of like fire me some messages or some ideas, we can work with it and grow it. But I also don't want to be like this. And then for Nim, I have some ideas for you as well that I think may play into like your background and some stuff that's going to happen in the story that's kind of written into the story that I kind of want to work way around. But I don't want to start coming up with some things for Thaddeus that you go, no, that's not right. So I would prefer that if you have some sort of either long-term or Christmas items that you're like, let's chat about, I totally want to hear about them, because I want to make sure that you two feel like you're going in like a power level, like a connection concept. and I've talked to most of the folks so far. I've got ideas for Oblivion. I've got some ideas for
Nice. It's bad.
for Mike's character, but I don't want to just say everybody has like legend weapon, or that everybody gets something that's a little different. So I've got ideas for Sylvanas. Sylvanas is like, I love the idea, Tom, and then he didn't come back to me. Well, I've developed all of this now, and you'll just find out what happens. So la 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 la. But
I mean, you could always give them instruments. That's always, you know.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, great!
That's the
Another base.
but there's a component to it that makes it a little cooler. But yeah, so. But I definitely wanted to just say it to you guys that I want you guys to feel like you are connected to this beyond just saying like, all right, Moruk has access to like a college of spells, or Nim has X. Like, I have ideas, but I don't want to force them on characters, and so talk to me about them, and then I want to try to like weave that stuff into the story somehow. So,
all right, what do you have for ideas? I guess is my question for me.
All right, so do you want me to reveal that in? TJ,
I mean, unless
TJ, do you want me to reveal that in front of Nim, or do you want to just like this is private conversations? It's up to you guys. I don't want to do it otherwise. So
I don't mind.
Yeah, I'm cool with sharing.
All right, cool. So for Nim, I've been playing around with this idea after some of the images that you sent me for Thanatos. For specifically, there was one where there was like this eyeball, right? Like there was this weird. I don't know. Maybe you sent it or I sent it. There was like this image where there was like this circle with like this weird, almost like Rorschach pattern in it, and I was thinking that there's an upcoming event that's going to give you access to something that maybe this starts giving you a greater access to like insight and specific history checks, but this thing is going to grow into something, into an artifact of Thanatos. And what I was thinking, I don't want to give too much away as far as what I was thinking that it would give you, but it would start giving, it would be a melee weapon eventually, but when you first get it, it's kind of like a staff that you would carry, but that staff would start to imbue you with additional things, including this kind of like sight, this like additional sight ability. And I started that both with this image that I had in my head, whether you give it to me or I came up with it, but also because of like the idea that Thanatos has granted you this twilight ability, you know, with this like super reaching vision in the darkness between both the light and the dark, and I just wanted to keep building on. What I was thinking was that it would continue to grow into a weapon of some sort that would build upon the idea of growth, so that maybe it becomes enlarged, so it gives you reach. Maybe it like it gives the this like I have a whole list of stuff, but I want to know what you think it would turn into first. But at the end of the day, it would eventually either become a conduit that lets you use your sort of cleric powers either more often or in a different way, or it would give you judgment, and judgment would be like a cleric's version of smite, that you can do a very specific, like called out attack against somebody, either multiple times per day or like once in like some sort of like Armageddon kind of strike, because you wouldn't get that till the end. But that's what I would, my idea was that it would start as like this staff with an eye, and then that eye would end up becoming like a focal point that the staff then like extends into like a scythe or something, so a blade extends from it, and then it starts to grow, which increases your like not only your sort of vision but also the reach with which you would have. And I don't know, like I just started like dancing with this idea of Nim with like this bigger and bigger scythe that does more and more stuff, and I'm like, I mean, I fucking want to play that character, so I don't know if she likes it or not, but I should say I should ask.
The only question I have, I mean, so the problem is that my like I only get one attack per action, and I love the idea of that and being like a melee cleric and having, because I'm already in the front line anyway, so I don't mind that sort of thing, and I do like the idea of like the scythe coming from Thanos, which, yeah, that picture was probably what I put from Hades.
Yeah,
Thanatos.
it was like purple and it was like a purple and yellow eyeball in the middle of something. And so I started playing around with that idea in my head, like what could we make that would be cool? And because of your kind of immobility, I just thought, like, you get the one attack, but what if the one attack grows in efficacy, right? Like, so maybe it never becomes magical, right? Like, so it's never like magical attacks defeat this. So it's like, unless it's at the very end. But at the same rate, for balance sake, your reach grows, or your swath grows, right? So like an attack could hit 2 foes or something like that. And you got to roll against both, but like an attack could hit both. And so like you're this immovable object that Thanos is saying, keep doing more and keep knowing more, or something like that. And that was what I was playing around with for you. And so I didn't want to invest more into that and then give it to you and be like, and you're like, that's cool, but it's not my vision. So I'm happy to modify however you want, but that was kind of what I had been starting to cook up for your character.
No, I really like that. It's funny that you focus on that part, because, I mean, just specifically, the whole time that I played Hades, I did not focus on that about him, but yes, absolutely, it's very cool, and I like that whole concept that you put together, and yet making it something where it can be anything that could be viable as a melee character sort of thing. I'm down with that.
Like the cleric is such like a medium, right, between the caster and the melee, specifically with that. I was just like, if you have a way, like, you're gonna grow in your spellcasting abilities and some of the stuff, like, and the ability to sort of contact the divine that we talked about with the cleric cast and Twilight cleric, that I just was like, how could we make this even cooler and give you something as well, right? Instead of just saying everyone gets a weapon and it grows on their level. Like, I want everybody to go in a different way. And so I've been kind of working behind the scenes to figure that out. And I have an idea for everybody, but it was specifically for you and Mark that I want to talk about. And so if you're cool with this, then I'll start working on it. Just know that it's going to be incremental, right? Just like the weapon that Kane has right now. And so for Moruk, you have effectively found a spell that lets you commune with the Shadowfell. And what I'm thinking about for you is, I'm going to nutshell this because I want to put more into it, but I don't want to do this if you're not into it, is maybe not during like battles, maybe during rest times, or, you know, like as you're traveling places or whatever, you start to like reach out, find out what the Shadowfell is all about, because you have questions. You have questions about your origin, you have questions about your power, you have questions about like your heredity, you have questions that you start to do it. And as you start to use the spell, and maybe this is something that as we're building towards this, you want to take a moment and for the rest of the players give like a little about what you're doing one night and describe it, so everyone's like, what the fuck is happening, like however you want to do this, or keep it quiet, whatever. But I'm thinking that as you start to talk to the Shadowfell, there is a connection to something in the Shadowfell. Now, the Shadowfell is a plane that's creatures and entities and whatever. It's just like the material plane, or like the plane of fire, or wherever. But there are a number of powers that are kind of locked or trapped or imprisoned or seeking to get out of to grow more powerful in the Shadowfell. And at some point, one of these powers connects with you, specifically because of your lineage. Now, whether that's your dad or your mom, that's up to you to decide. But whatever that is, it offers you a choice. And it says to you, I can only grow if you let me grow with you. And I can take the form of what you most need. And what I was thinking that could turn into is one of two things. Either one, the spell of I apologize. What was the actual name of the spell that I gave to you? Was it like Shadow Find or what was the spell?
Not sure. I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah, I'll have to go back. But basically, like, upper levels of the spell would allow you to effectively force, like with a check, combatants into the Shadowfell where they're trapped a certain amount of time, and that would grow too as you went. So basically, you have a way to potentially immobilize opponents by just forcing them into the Shadowfell, and then your connection with the Shadowfell may actually cause them damage while they're there. That's one option. The other option is your connection with the Shadowfell creates a familiar for you, but not in the sense of like the owl that you had, but rather like what Dritz Do'Urden had with his panther, his shadow panther.
Guinevere.
Well, I say Guinevere, some people say Guinevere, and that's why I thought it was a dude, and I think it's a girl. But what I'm saying is, Moruk, you could have a shadow mastiff that grows with you. But just like the shadow that needs to feed, the mastiff need to feed as well. Which means once somebody's dead, it will need to eat them to provide sustenance and energy to the Shadowfell. And that's something to think about.
He's giving you Drac.
Whoa. So pushing somebody into
Eat me.
Pushing somebody into the Shadowfell and then they get hurt while they're there, nobody sees. But that means, like, if that works, that works. Having the Shadow Mastiff means you have an entity you can control here on the material plane, but it will need to eat dead people, and that could present some issues. But I was thinking that would be an interesting connection/twist for you, and I started to draw out like both what the damage would be for pushing somebody into the Shadowfell when it happens, as well as what a Shadow Mastiff, which is an actual creature, would do. And if you want to look at the Shadow Mastiff is very interesting, but there's also like I think they call it like the Alpha Mastiff or whatever, and I based all of my stuff for that from 8th level to 20th level on
I think I already get a Shadow Mastiff at like level 6 sorcerer or something.
Well, I'm just saying that this would affect
double Shadow Mastiff.
If you decide to do it, you could have two. It's just this one is going to be way more powerful if it grows with you than what a standard Shadow Mastiff is. So, I mean, listen, battlefield control, an extra combatant that you control, aka the Shadow Mastiff, that then has to eat corpses and maybe tell people don't look at that, or you push people in, and when they come back, they're less than they were because they've been eaten or consumed in some way.
Is that like are you thinking like the hurl through hell kind of ability from the Warlock?
Something akin to that. The spell itself that I gave to you in previous editions created damage if somebody's pushed into the Shadowfell, and I want to use that to correct it. But The one thing I will say is, you're the one that has some spiciness to this because you're dealing with another entity, and the more you feed something, much like Little Shop of Horrors, the more it wants to be fed, and that may be something that you can't control. And so so what I'm thinking so far, again, I started dealing, like, coming up with all of this for the Shadow Mastiff. The Shadow Mastiff may at times need to be controlled, and you may need to do an animal handling check to make sure it stays. And the reason being is the Shadow Mastiff, and specifically the Alpha Mastiff, has this howl event that when they do it, it affects everything, which would also include you. And so if you don't want that to happen, you gotta keep your dog in check, keep it on a leash, see what you can do. And then as far as like things being consumed when they go in, maybe you need to start making some checks to figure out who does and doesn't get pushed in, because maybe you got some friends that look pretty tasty. But I mean, that's what making bargains with exterior powers kind of does. So that's what I got for you. And if you don't like any of that, I can scrap it. But I thought that was some really cool ideas, specifically with your connection to the shadow. When I had a moment the other day that shot them, so that's what I got.
Yeah, I'm leaning more towards the hurling through hell effect.
I like it. I do like it. So, I'll tell you what. I will jot some ideas down for that, with that concept of like what the shadow push looks like, and it's almost like did you ever read like X-Men comics specifically with a Nightcrawler?
I know a bit of Nightcrawler. I haven't really read the comics, but
So
I know
like
him.
when Nightcrawler bamfs, he's he's teleporting from where everybody is into literally like this demonic plane, and then coming back, which is why it smells like brimstone when he does it. And there's shit on that plane, like there's stuff that's there. And so I just like the idea that you're just shoving somebody into a shadow where something could attack them, and maybe like as you grow in level, the chance of that and the damage that goes with it increases, right? So like there's a chance that at 20th level you could just go into a shadow, they fail their check, they go in and come back, and nothing's happened to them except that they left for like a round or whatever it is. But there's also a great chance that there's some sort of like super demonic being that just took a giant chomp out of them while they were there, and that sustains the thing that's giving you power to have the ability to do this. But if they don't get damaged, maybe you're starting to get compelled to push other people, like friends, into the shadow realm because your master needs sustenance, kind of thing. So I think about it. Like I said, I'm not forcing anything on anybody. I think I've got a solid idea for everybody at this point, so everybody feels like they're getting cool shit as they move forward. But I wanted to specifically put that in front of both of you guys to see what your thoughts were. So.
Yeah, the only thing, like I was saying, is the fact that it's melee, and either going away from melee or having it be something that maybe could be like a spell focus that could add to spells or cantrips or something like that, or like we said, making the melee more viable, sort of thing.
So one of the things that I had been playing with the idea for the Mastiff for TJ was that at certain levels there were choices to be made by characters. Like the weapon Kane has, like they gave me a description, I was like, that's not strong enough, so I upped it a little. So it's like every several levels something happens. But I like the idea of whatever the item, the weapon, the tool is that you guys have, that, you know, maybe every 2 levels, maybe every 3 levels, whatever it is, maybe it's intermittent, make a choice. Like, do you want to go more melee? Do you want to go spellcasting, and just sort of come up with options. So it's sort of like this constant diverging path as it goes. But I wanted something to kind of work towards in the next like 2 to 3 levels that people could acquire, that they could then start like, working with me to craft towards something. And I didn't want to start that path with anything that you're like, I don't like this at all. And so that's why specifically for you guys, like when I was at Belfast a couple weeks ago and I was jotting ideas down and texting everybody, I heard back from people and they were like, I love this idea. No, I want this. No, I want this. But for you guys, I was like, and Mike has been like, man, I don't know what I want. I'm like, all right, I can't work. I have ideas, but I don't know what to do with that. But for you guys, because we've had some interaction, I wanted to see if any of this clicked or if it was like, nope, scrap it, go back to the drawing board. Go from there. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so okay. So I mean, I've dragged you guys onto 15. I know it's late. I know it's I've got to wake up tomorrow. Letting the people who are going to cost me $4,000 to fix the heat unit in my house come in. So yeah, punching the nuts. So yeah, but that said, also Sarah has traveled to New York to go for the Lego Serious training that I told my work to send me to, and everybody said yes. Until the new executive leadership said, "Fuck you! No, that sounds weird, and also you're not an agent, so you don't get to go to that." So yeah. So I've got some bitter taste in my mouth, but I don't have bitter taste in my mouth about you guys finding out about this. So, boom. All right.
Cool. About the stuff you said, not the
end.
Getting.
I got it. Yeah.
Getting the. No, fuck you.
Yeah, getting the FU from the bosses. Yeah, no. I got it. But all right. So everybody, awesome. If there are any updates to that, and yes, because Savannah's you're still here, I did not mean to. I have several very interesting ideas about instruments. I think that the only thing that I would ask is, I know that you found an instrument, and if you could save me the process of having to go back and dig up what that was.
Oh, well, here's the fun thing, is that so the instrument we found it was like ever changing. If I recall, it didn't have a final form yet.
All right, so you should pick one, and maybe I'll tell you what.
Okay.
Or a favored one, and I'll tell you what. So, yeah, I really love a kazoo.
I was thinking more of an ocarina.
I was thinking more of an ocarina too. Yep. So, anyways, all right, everybody. Thank you for playing. I hope, as always, everyone's having fun. And also, I really do want this game to be like a super just like, what's your thought? Okay, let's see what happens with it, and then go from there. So, if you have thoughts, ideas, questions, comments, I'm open to them. We'll see what we do. Okay.
Very cool.
All right. Later, everybody.
All right, later.
Good times.